Well, yes. I fancied making my own podcast. I said, boy, that looks like fun. Grabbed my buddy by the hand, swag at you, my good chum. We sat down, opened up our mouths, recorded all the sounds we made. Called it whiskey, wine, and wisdom. Listen to this crusher right here.
Yeah! And James.
Hello, welcome. It's another one. Where it's the what's the fuck?
Number six.
Number six. Okay, cool.
Damn,
mate, we are getting very close to not double digits, but we're getting similar. You know, the second half of that single digits,
we're closer to double digits than we're not close to double digits,
which in itself is quite
yeah.
I mean, it's small potatoes, but at this rate, we haven't missed one yet though, which is important.
No.
This week's a little different because we're doing two subjects. We're doing we said Loch Ness Monster last week.
Yeah, it intrigued upon my mind nuggets.
Yeah.
And I thought, why not? Why not?
Then in the week it occurred to me, well, fuck, we can't not do Easter because it's Easter, and there's probably rich produce to be mined in that forum. So I'm doing Easter and he's doing Loch Ness Monster, and that way we can't tread on each other's toes, fact-wise, and you guys learn twice as much. It's a win-win. Maybe a win-win-win. I don't know.
Basically, Dan's not going to steal my facts this time.
Or vice versa.
True.
I'm drinking Jack and Coke. James is on the...
Let me find out. Back a moment.
This is... James is grabbing a bottle of whiskey and trying to work out the unpronounceable name. Just a second.
It's a Balmoral.
Balmoral.
It's a 8-year Scotch. 8-year smoked barrel Scotch.
Interesting, if true.
It was cheap from Aldi. It tastes like perfume.
Keeps the I don't know,
bears away, because I've not seen a single bear since.
It's true, actually. Yeah, no parakeets either. So fuck, something to it. Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
All right. On 3.
1, 2, 3. Oh, we scissored.
Scissor me timbers. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you wrapped me.
I papered you. I paper mache all over you. Okay. It's Easter. I'm starting with Easter. So we're going with Easter first, and then back to Nessie after that. Okay. There's actually not a fixed origins of the Easter celebration we call Easter today, because obviously it predates the Christian Easter. That's a more recent thing. Anyway, one theory is it derives from the goddess of the east, where the sun rises, Ea Stare, which some reckon is named after Albis, which is a plural for Latin word alba, for dawn, but that's bollocks, because it's definitely the German tribe, the Angles. They had the goddess Ea Stare.
Was it German what, sorry?
You know Anglo-Saxon?
Yeah.
That's because the Germans invaded England, and they were the Angles.
Okay.
And that was the Germanic tribes were the Angles. They were basically the predominant. Because like England is just basically just a fucking slag heap. But we've basically been everyone's bitch. Because the Normans invaded us, the French, so we were owned by France. Rome invaded us, so we were owned by the Romans, Holy Roman Empire. And then the Germans invaded us, and we were owned by that. Vikings fucking had us. We've basically been everyone's bitch in England. And we keep going on about Royal Britannia. We're just a fucking gaped out butthole for the whole of Europe. But anyway, that's...
It's like throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
Yeah, that's it, right? Just fucking, yeah. Rule Britannia, bend over so fast. But, we got a lovely flag, so, fuck off all these, bloody boats. Anyway, but, they've also potentially traced the name back to the Scandinavian word Ostra, and the Germanic Anglo tribes Ostern or Eastare, which I believe is the goddess of Eastare. But anyway, both of these derive from the names of mythological goddesses of spring and fertility, for whom festivals were held in the time of the spring equinox. In any case, it was the pagan festival of spring equinox, and basically a celebration of surviving the winter, because that's the time of year when everyone fucking dies. So when basically, and the rule was celebration at the I've written this, I don't know why. A celebration that the cold, shitty winter was behind us and the rebirth and good times were ahead. Hence all the imagery of family familiar with the chicks, lambs, bunnies, eggs and such. It's all to do with rebirth, fertility and being alive. That's what the celebration's of. And yeah, and all the other stuff was whacked on later.
Oh, yeah, cool. I'm glad that you touched on the bunny. I was thinking, right, when's the bunny going to come into it?
Well, actually, I've got so many bunny facts. We'll get into bunny facts later, but I'm not gonna. I'm spreading mine out.
Bunny facts.
That technically was 2 facts, but I just mushed them together because I'm like, no, I'm going for quality over quantity here. Okay, so Nessie me.
Well, you say he's going for quality over quantity, right?
Straight away.
Okay.
More is more.
But where was your theme tune? Here's mine. No, you motherfucking can.
You might. Stop it now, otherwise pay licensing. Stop. Stop.
Sorry.
I think we've got 20 seconds, then it's like...
Okay.
It's fair usage. We can't fuck with it. No, but you're right. You actually, more true now than ever, you never see a Nessie in the zoo.
No. Not one single Nessie.
Lions, bitches. See them in every zoo. You know, tigers, bunch of fags.
Oh, I'm a stripy motherfucker. I'm a lion, but I've got really, really cool fur stuff around me.
A roar behind bars. Anyway,
yeah.
Don't make fun of lions.
And Nessie's sitting there going, "Fuck you bastard animals behind your cages." I'm gonna. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, fact. You've done your theme song. That doesn't count as a fact.
So,
you don't get one.
No, it's true. No. So, the Loch Ness monster, or Scottish Gaelic, you leave.
What do you call it?
The Loch Ness monster, or Scottish Gaelic, Uni Lieb Hace Loch Ness, affectionately known as Nessie, is a mythical creature in Scotland folklore that is said to inhabit Loch Ness in the Scottish Highlands. It is often described as a large, long-necked, and with one or more humps protruding from the water. Popular interests and beliefs of this creature has varied since it was brought to worldwide attention in 1933. Evidence of this instance is was written down with a number of disputed photographs and sonar readings. Not written down.
So they've found him with sonar readings, or they've detected things with sonar readings, or...
So evidence of the existence is... What's on?
Evidence is anecdotal.
Anecdotal. That's, oh my god. Anecdotal with a number of disputed photographs. So they've got some sort of evidence, apparently.
I've seen there was a famous picture. I remember that, which was I think that's the one from the 30s that you mentioned. And there was a video like a couple of years ago. I remember flopping around, and I remember like going, what? But I think that was like. The thing is, these days they could show you a video of Nessie, everyone would call bullshit. No one would believe it. They'd be like, it's fucking AI. It's AI.
Yeah, everything's AI though, isn't it?
Everything's bullshit. Nothing's real anymore.
Nah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Nessie could actually be there. You could film it happening, and everyone's got their phone. They film it, and then they go, look, I found Nessie. They put it online. They'd be like, that's really good. How'd you do that? Did you use what, After Effects? What did you use? They just wouldn't even... No one would believe you actually saw it. They'd just be like, yeah, bullshit, mate.
CGI Nessie.
CGI Nessie.
Nessie's running from an explosion. Oh no.
Well, cool Nessies don't look at explosions.
No.
Just walk away.
I just see this big snake hump thing like walking out the water. Then there's an explosion, and Nessie's just like, I don't give a shit. There's a what? There's
I
a
assume
big thing.
he doesn't talk, obviously, because he's not actually a Scottish man, is he? I assume he goes. I assume for some reason he talks like that. He's like, that's his way of laughing at the explosion, like, you'll never catch your Nessie.
He's a bit of a smug bastard, isn't he?
He's a smug bastard. But I mean, he's evaded us all these years. I mean, you got to give it to him.
True.
Scottish prick. Anyway, is that your fact?
That was my fact.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to move on from the pagans to the the early Christians. In about the 2nd century, there's evidence of early Christians celebrating what we now know as traditional Easter as an end to the Jewish practice of Lent and the Passover celebration. Because this is like, I'm aware of all these things, but there's actually like all these things converging on this date. They glammed the resurrection of Christ onto the back of Passover. It used to be 2 days after Passover, right? So, but then you could end up with fucking Easter on a bloody Wednesday or some shit. So they didn't want that. So they, after the Council of Constantine, the 3rd century, which was like a little bit later, it was all shifted to align with the pagan rituals. Basically, they overlaid them over the top so that all the original Christian celebrations, Christian celebrations were mopped on top of the pagan ones, so that we're celebrating on the same day. So, it just basically, then it's just branding. It was really good marketing. They just literally overlaid it. It was pretty smart. So anyway, it became the first Sunday after the full moon that occurs on or after the spring equinox.
What?
That's the rule. That's why Easter moves around all the time, because it's to do with the spring equinox. This is why this year it's quite early.
I can't work it out. I don't get it.
Spring equinox is basically, it's the first full moon of what you call spring, and the first Sunday after the full moon that's closest to the spring equinox, which sits nice on top of the traditional pagan rebirth festival, like a good girl. Best marketing ever. And that's what they did. It was just marketing. So the Council of Constantine in the 3rd century, that's when they changed the Roman Empire to the Holy Roman Empire. They basically they just went, because it was like Rome was sacked in the 4th century, right? So in the 3rd century or 300s, they realised, okay, we're going to change over to Christianity.
Change mind, yeah.
Yeah. Which is weird, because back then they used to have all the old Roman gods. And then I didn't realise they changed over, because I just assumed, then they changed to Christianity because it got popular. No. There was a whole other religion. There was a moment where they had another religion between the old Roman gods and the Christian gods, which I'll get to later.
Oh, okay.
It's a little tease, right? But I was like genuinely like, they just slagging it about. They're just changing. They're like us with prime ministers. It's just like just a new one every 5 minutes. But they did that, and it was honestly, it's interesting. But anyway, so they whatever the kind of religion of Rome was Christianity at that point. So they were like, okay, well, we need to make this align with all this pagan crap. So we'll just shift all these dates about to whack them on top of the pagan festivals, so that if we all celebrate stuff on the same day, then it just becomes, well, we're not going to celebrate both. It's like, well, and then you end up doing the Christian one. And I mean, the cross, you got to admit, it's like the Nike swish. It's a pretty good marketing symbol. It just works really well, right?
They nailed it.
You good form, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm excited. It's going to be a good one today.
Well, you spoke too quickly, but you said you was gonna lead to that later about another fact earlier, and I was gonna say, you're gonna drop us a little Easter egg.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
But
Okay.
I thought I'd let you have your moment.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
That's very, very, very big of you. Plinkies.
Yeah. Just drink.
That wasn't too loud this week.
No.
And blew out the speakers last week.
Clinky.
Some poor bastard was wearing headphones and damn near lost his eye. I dropped my phone.
Oh no.
Oh no. Anyway, that was done. So, James.
So.
Ness me. Don't make a Ness.
Dear. Oh dear. What does a Loch Ness monster eat? Possibly.
Fish.
Oh, you've ruined my fact.
That was it. Fish. Next fact.
I just thought the way that they worded it, was like, let's make it interesting. He lives in the fucking sea. What's he going to do? Get Uber? Uber eats.
Sorry, he eats pizza. It's like exclusively pizza. And
so this is what I was going to... I've got two facts, but this first one says shit, but I thought it just sounded funny. I'm going to mix them. But they're so serious. What does a Loch Ness monster eat? Possibly, they say possibly as if it could be something fucking else, right? Possibly pescatarian. Plesiosaur eats fish, and most Nessie believers think that Nessie is a pescatarian. Brackets, right? Fish eater. But they've just, honestly. And I was looking this fact up, and they thought it was this interesting. I thought I have to put it in there, but it's just...
What? If he lives in the Loch Ness,
a
giant body of water that exclusively has fish in it.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he going to eat? I mean, I suppose there might be some krill, maybe. No, krill's in the sea. What the fuck? How? Plus, he's like 100-foot long giant fucking like aquatic monster,
Yeah.
and he's like, "What's he going to eat?
But, yeah,
Good cheer,
Scots
rocks."
They Scottish. There's got to be a pub nearby, and they go, Scottish people. I've had that be too many damn to drink. I'm gonna get me a kebab. I don't know if I'm gonna chuck it in a fucking river. Nessie's like, oh fuck me, I've got kebab tonight. And and then I don't know. That's
Yeah, I
so
think
fish and kebabs. I think that's.
fish and kebab. It is Scotland. Probably some heroin as well.
Yeah, I find this weird.
It is Scotland. It's like, I'll have some wee smack.
Oh, Nessie's off her tits again. Sorry.
No, I just noticed you're looking a bit quiet there.
I do.
He's getting too comfy, he's leaning back. We need proper chairs, I think. We need proper, like,
Leather-bound chairs.
Leather-bound, yes.
Mahogany ridges.
shit in the armoire. Rich mahogany.
And my second small fact, which is to go along with it, right?
Factet.
Is Nessie a guy or a girl? Nessie is one of the most recognisable cultural icons in the world, and is typically referred to as female, with Visit Scotland and Visit Inverness Loch Ness both referring to the mythical monster as she. Or maybe it's because she keeps moaning because Mr. Nessie ain't done hasn't done like the housework, or hasn't caught the fish for dinner, or
James's views do not represent the world. He was the podcast, doesn't it?
no. Say
Covering my ass there. Sorry.
Nessie bitches be crazy.
Bitches do be crazy.
But yeah, so apparently, so Nessie, right? These two humps which come out of the water, right? As a matter of fact, Nessie tits.
For fuck's sake.
It's like,
Wow.
oh,
That's your takeaway. Like, oh look, boobs.
Nessie
James, that's very
boobs.
bad. Go and get me a drink.
Okay.
I'll have a splash of your Scotch juice
Hey, you can indeed.
with a bit of Coke. I think I'm gonna have a beer Philistine. Oh yes. Fuck hand and knee.
Say
Okay.
when.
Give me a dot. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a reasonably brave splash.
It is perfumed.
I'm gonna cover it in value Coke. Anyway, moving on. Learning more things about
Yeah.
mythological creatures and the Loch Ness monster.
Are you saying bunnies and chicks aren't real?
No, I'm saying the Easter Bunny isn't real. But here we go. Easter Bunny. Sorry, kids. The rabbit was a symbol of fertility in the pagan tradition from the goddess Easter. But in the 1700s, German immigrants in Pennsylvania transplanted their tradition of an egg-laying hare called the Osterhorse. I'm not even fucking kidding. The Osterhorse, right? Where the children would prepare nests to receive the coloured eggs from the magical abomination. This spread across the states and eventually was added with chocolate and other candies, eventually supplanting eggs entirely. The Osterhorse was some weird bastard thing, right? So it would look like a hare. It was part horse because of the name, I assume, and it laid eggs. Because Germans are fucked, right?
That's an Osterhorse. Oh, rabbit horse, lay an egg.
It's like, prepare it for the Osterhorse. But yeah, anyway, so they...
Brilliant.
But yeah, and they yeah, it was crazy. Anyway, that was my little, it was a smaller one, but I just found it really funny. The Osterhorse.
Honestly, that's the
Ooster. It's Oestear or something, so it's Ooster with an E at the end.
That might be where the Easter comes from.
Weird that.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's ripe, isn't it?
I know.
It's quite yeah, rich, like, paint.
But no, not paint thinner.
Paint thinner, yes.
We don't like our paint fatter. We want it thinner. No, yeah.
Loch Ness me. Go on.
What is the full name of Nessie?
Oh, hang on, I know this.
Nessie, Stephen, Frederica.
I was trying to remember Sonic's full name because that really pissed you off.
Oh, don't. Yeah. Dwayne.
It was Oswald or something. No,
Yeah.
what was it? It was something really weird. Oswaldo, I don't know. Anyway, go on.
So do you want to give it a guess?
His real name.
Her real name.
her real name, the fake lady dinosaur monster in a lake in Scotland.
With boobs hanging out of the
With
wheel.
boobs flopping about outside the water to lure in fucking weird Scottish men.
I just see those titties in the water.
There's titties in the water, quick dive in! There's some crazy tits over in Scotland. Okay, well, I'm going to say Matilda. Go on, I don't know.
Matilda. I like it. No, the
I
answer
thought I
is
was right.
no.
I tried it, go on.
So, in December 1975, Nessie... Words elude me. In December...
Okay, we recorded this. Start from there. We'll just draw a line. I'll delete all that.
Start again. In December of 1975, Nessie, the Loch Ness monster, was written up in the esteemed journal Nature, based on underwater photographs and sonar. Co-authors Robert Rhines and Sir Peter Scott named the creature Nestarius.
Sorry, sorry.
Nestarius. No. I practiced this as well. I can't say. Rhombopteryx. That's an awesome.
What the fuck?
Why? That proves they're Scottish. But, hey, what are we going to call it? Rhombopteryx. It's got the wee pointed teethy bits.
Rhombopteryx, isn't it? Rhombopteryx. Nessiterus Rhombopteryx. Nessiterus Rhombopteryx.
Fuck it, Nessie. I'm not done.
Nessie.
Yeah.
Matilda. I stick with Matilda.
Yeah. I don't know why. Why would you make up such a name like that? And I don't know. That's blatantly. That's not. I tried looking up. Does that rhombacteria? Does that mean something? Is like
It looks like a
sea rhino cyclops.
Like a dinosaur name or something.
Yeah.
It looks like a proper. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a Latin source to that.
No, there's nothing Latin on there.
Spiked a lot of letters together.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Bastards.
They made it awkward because they knew I was going to be doing this podcast.
They knew, like 40 years on, we'd be fucking having a crack at it, and they'd be like, they won't be able to spell this.
Yeah, they're having a wee crack at you.
Okay. Alright. There we go. So, moving on from the Easter horse. What else? Lamb. Now, this is fucked. It is believed that we eat lamb, apart from the obvious fact that there's loads of lambs born this time of year.
And it's fucking delicious.
It's fucking delicious. But it's believed that we eat lamb, and traditionally, as a vestige of the Jewish Passover celebration, to commemorate all the lambs that were slaughtered to paint blood on the doors of Egypt, so the angel of death would only slaughter the Egyptian children and not the Jewish children. This is in the Bible. And the mint sauce is added to commemorate how delicious lamb is with mint sauce.
True.
Yeah. But apparently that's one of the reasons that traditionally they've had lamb at the end of Passover, because that's what happened at Passover. Because literally the angel of death passed over all the Jewish kids and just killed all the Egyptian babies in ancient Egypt.
So when was the mint sauce introduced?
I believe in the 3rd century AD, they combined mint with sauce, and
Standard.
and they just smeared it all over lamb, and were like, ooh, and they went with it.
Oh, that worked.
Yeah,
that works. Why not?
fuck yeah. It was like but yeah, I think mint just kind of goes with most things. They were like, let's make it minty. Ooh, fuck. They just did that.
It goes well in mojito.
It does go well in mojito. It goes well in a lot of drinks. A lot
Mojito.
of food.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of yogurt with some mint sauce, a bit of mint in it, a bit of lovely time, a bit of righty.
I liked it in the when you lived.
I had mint everywhere. Mint grows like a motherfucker. You have like a little bit of mint, all of a sudden your whole garden is mint. You're like, this house is mint, this is. And yeah, it's really good. And I kept giving off sprigs to people. I was just like, have a bit of mint, have a bit of mint. And we took some mint with us, and I moved to Gillingham, and I planted the mint, and it just died Gillingham is cancer. And it just killed it. It was like, nah. Just yeah. Just turned to charcoal.
You ain't grown here, mate.
I'm grown here, love. Just yeah. Nothing but bloody pavement pizza and yobbos and bloody
pavement pizza and pavement pizza.
And just skunk must every morning. It was just like I used to wake up and it was just like a smog of a miasma of fucking hash smoke. As I walked the dog in the morning, I was like, oh my god, the amount of people. I don't understand, right? Now I'm just like anyone else, right? Puff pass, it's all fun, right? But
average day.
Wake and bake. I've never understood the compulsion to get up at 6 a.m. and smoke a spliff. Like, I woke up and I had to get high straight away. Table, you can't. So yeah, no, just to wake and then just yeah. I can't understand. It's like, you know, how bad do you feel waking up?
Dude, I don't.
But then I suppose if you just go down that rabbit hole, it's like if you woke up and you just have to drink, or actually smoking is probably the same thing. But then nicotine's proper addictive. Whereas like that wake up and that compulsion, like I want to be high. Go on, tell me, talk to me.
I remember just like when I used to smoke, like cigarettes. It was smoke. It was proper regime. It was times. It was. So I remember my regime would be wake up in the morning, wake up, go a little bit of toilet, go outside and have a fucking cigarette, go and have yourself a little breakfast, have another motherfucking cigarette. I'm going to put a little coat up.
Do it.
Go and walk to my motorbike. Go have another one. Fuck a horse.
I wondered if I could insert something in there.
Has it got a horse hat on though? Because I've heard they're really good. I've heard adverts for that. You know.
Horse hats, they're on their heads.
There used to be a gangster rap fun. Motherfucking horse hat, put your horse hat on, and the horse is called Ron. I'm named Ron, my name is Ron, and I've got a horse hat, I'm gonna put it on, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts if he goes behind me. Oh, nay, don't mind me. So yeah, done.
You got nay, bray, gay, today, stay, hey.
Good hey.
You got a lot of rhymes. Anyway, sorry. Where did we start? I don't even know. We went down a hole.
I was talking about my smoking regime, but
you used to smoke. And you were locked in. Okay, and I had the wake and bake thing, and that was off.
Yeah.
Your fact, wasn't it?
You used to about. I think mine's coming.
Mint. We went from mint.
Yeah.
That was my last fact, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right. I'm.
Right.
I took a life of its own.
Tangent.
Tangent 1. Moving on. So your next fact about the Loch Ness Monster. Fact about the Loch Ness Monster.
16th century AD. The earliest report of a strange water monster appeared in an ancient text from the 16th century AD. This is...
Sorry, 16th century AD.
I'm reading things. The words keep moving. The earliest report of the strange water
smallest amount of whiskey and his words are just slooping around the page. Sloopity wordies.
But it doesn't help that my eyes are dickhead crap anyway. And I drive. I've got a licence. James is obviously, watch out guys. Yeah. So, the earliest report of the strange water monster appears in an ancient text from the 16th century AD. See, I'm reading it verbatim.
16th century AD.
Uh,
Brought to you by 16th century AD. The past.
Have you had AD? Have you had 16th century AD? Well, now 16th century AD comes with its own fresh pack.
We didn't even have potatoes.
This describes the encounter by the Irish monk Saint Columba, who was staying in the near. Saint
Columbo.
Columba.
Oh, Columba. Okay, sorry, I thought he was a detective. It's fine.
Just one more thing. Yeah. Saint Columba, who was staying in near the mouth of the River Ness. Columba, upon hearing of a monster, thoughtfully sent one of his companions to test out the river. That's a dick move, isn't it? It's like, oh, right, I'm staying in this hotel by this river, and I've heard apparently there's a big. Sorry, there's a big fucking monster in that water.
Yeah.
What's she gonna do? I got a friend. Hey, I'll call it Dave. Put your toe in there. See what happens. See where the boobs are in the water. Just put your toe in there. See what happens. But he wouldn't get eaten because he only eats fish.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
That's why he's never eaten a person.
That's why no one's ever seen Nessie, because they keep putting their toes in, they keep putting stuff in, appendages, and some people are just fucking perverts.
That bothered.
Yes. I need to put something in there. But no, Nessie's quite...
Fuck off.
The wee quiet monster.
He's probably a nice little chap. He's like, oh, I don't want to bite them. I just want to eat some more fish. No, mum. Just yamming around the sea.
Yamming along, singing a song. At the bottom of the beautiful briny sea. Little tangent.
Wow.
Less than 20 seconds, can't get sued.
True fact. Plus we sung it, so that's okay. Fair usage.
Yeah.
Fair usage policy.
Policy.
Yeah. Cool. I've learned things. Thank you. I got a big one.
What about your facts?
Okay, sorry. Now let's get serious for a second. I have to talk about the resurrection of our Jesus Christ,
So serious.
our Lord and Saviour. Now, the main point of the Christian Easter, okay? The resurrection actually, this is fucked, right? So the original Gospels didn't have the resurrection. The oldest Gospel did not mention the resurrection.
Okay.
Yeah, and didn't mention the virgin birth either. So the two big miracles of they weren't in the early Gospels anyway. But anyway, so
It's old hack.
well, it was interesting because there was the four main Gospels of the life of Jesus, and the oldest two don't mention it. It's alluded to in one of them. Anyway, so that was interesting. I just thought that was kind of like, oh fuck, but it only appears in later ones and co-opts the countless other deities that came earlier, including in Egypt, Osiris died, was resurrected, and ascended into heaven. Horus came back from the dead. Like many other gods related to vegetation, Adonis, worshipped in Babylonia and Syria as early as 7th century BC, died annually in the fall and was resurrected in the spring. That's just more resurrections for your money. I think that's just better value. In Greece, Heracles was mortal but rose into heaven to take his place among the gods before he died. Then, all right, this is it, right? So Mithra. Go on, you got a question, sir?
I just want to say...
Go on, please.
Okay, you said Heracles.
Heracles.
Yeah. Growing up,
Yeah.
I used to say Hercules.
Yeah.
And my brother,
Yeah.
he done classical civilizations, rightfully said, oh no, it's called Heracles if it's from Greek. Or Roman, it'd be Hercules. So I didn't realise there's two names of it. And I like the way they use Heracles. It brought some... Gave it feels.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah. The more you know. Hercules, different places. Sorry, back to Dan's big one.
This is my big one. All right. So the big thing is Mithra, right? So Mithra. So made the protector of the empire by the Romans in 307 AD. Remember I mentioned it, right?
Yeah.
So 307 AD, right before Christianity was declared an official religion. But they got rid of the Roman gods and they became a Mithra. Mithra was the main religion. Belief in Mithra was the main religion of the Roman Empire, and then later that century, like, I don't know, it was 20, 30 years later, they moved everything to Christianity. But actually, a Persian god was worshipped before 200 BC. Some versions of Mithra's story make him. This is the original tradition, right? So Mithra, I'm going to go through the bullet points, right? So I didn't mean to go into this, right? But I just thought this was just fucking uncanny, really, right? So. He was born of a human virgin. He was born on the 25th of December. He was seen by shepherds and magi, or wise men. His birth, sorry. He brought him gifts to the cave, the place of his birth. He performed miracles like raising the dead and healing the sick and the blind. He had 12 disciples representing the zodiac. He died, was put in a tomb, and came back to life after 3 days, ascended into heaven, and the spring equinox was when worshippers celebrated his ascension. This is Mithra, 2 centuries before Jesus. All these things were added into the 3rd and 4th Gospels of the stories of Jesus Christ. So Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, the 2 oldest ones, don't have these mentions, or they allude to some of them, and then they are fully cemented by the later Gospels, which were like 120, 130 years after the death of Jesus were written. So There's some co-opting. There's some. Yeah, they stole some bits. They stole some bits. They made a nice story out of all these various components. But Mithra seems to be the main guy that a lot of these things are based on. And I just think that's interesting because, you know, there's certain people who are, and I mean, I should have put a warning up front because some people aren't going to want to hear that, but I thought that was very interesting. But yeah, Three ascended heaven, the spring equinox. Believers predicted, this is also Mithra, believers predicted that in the last days, the battle between good and evil would consume the earth, the righteous would be saved, go to they did a different name for it, but they called it heaven, and the wicked would go to hell. They had hell. Yeah, Mithra. Hallowed be thy Mithra.
I was listening to that fact, and I thought it was very informative. The only problem thing,
tell me.
I blame Final Fantasy games because Mithra, they're bad. They're bad. Well, Mithra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying, and there's another word that he used in there. I can't remember which one it was. But as a guardian, honestly, this is so close to Final Fantasy games. You're saying a guardian force, a GF, is like a big monster thing. It's like, wow. so this thing that happened before Jesus was actually based on a Sony PlayStation game.
Well, I think probably. I think it's probably likely the game was based on the myth.
No.
I mean, just chronologically, I think that's probably what happened.
Oh, you telling me they didn't have PlayStations back then?
I'm afraid so.
Lies and slander.
They had to make do with Ataris, mate. Like all those fucking pagans.
Make Cuba, fucking awesome game.
Yeah. Wasn't it like... I can't remember the word.
I can't remember the noise it made now. I just remember it was a fluffy chicken nugget that was jumping on things.
He had a...
Snorkel nose.
Is it snorkel? It was like...
It was like a trumpet nose thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a pingu.
Don't forget Daddy Finger. And that seal friend as well. Yeah.
Pingu, right?
Noot.
My missus hates Pingu. Hates Pingu. I don't know why. She hates him.
Oh.
I think it's genius, right? They were like, let's make a show where they just talk in bullshit language and then we don't have to translate it. We can play it over the entire world and it's just universally understood-ish, right? And it doesn't matter. And they did. And they made them. Obviously it was stop motion. They weren't being lazy bastards, but they didn't have to pay anyone to dub it in other countries. They chucked it out. It was ready to transmit around the whole world straight away. They finished the animation and they just chuck it out there. Just cost them a bag of plasticine and a few months of their lives, right? Those guys were... No, you got to give it to them.
Yeah.
They found a universal language, and the universal language is... Wah, wah.
Me, round of applause. Yeah. Cool.
I'm going to pan it left and right so we get a nice stereo clap there. I really hope that come through nicely.
Well done, Pingu people.
I'm not going to look up their names.
No, I'm not. It's not. It's a great. Well done.
Next week's subject is Pingu. It's not. That'd be lame.
No.
They go through 4,000 tons of plasticine every episode, and that weird space chicken fucking thing.
I don't know.
I'm going to bring it up. I'm sure there was a space chicken. I might be high on the strongest crack. Space chicken. Pingu, please. No, it's clangers. I'm fucked, aren't I?
Oh, the clangers.
The clangers had the... Oh, no, there was something weird in that. But yeah, no, the clangers had Space Chicken. I'm fucked.
Clangers and Soup Dragon and all that weird. Dude, people were on stuff back then.
They were, weren't they? Our parents watched the craziest shit.
So someone goes into work, I've got this idea for a programme.
Well, yeah, there was a herb garden and...
Still, these little mouse things, right, who live in space and they only communicate by going and then there's a dragon who lives in space called the Soup Dragon. Oh,
no, it's mental, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
They just call it the chicken.
And
the space tangle. The space tangle.
That.
Mate, yeah.
We're
anyway.
missing out.
Okay, you know, the thing is, I remember the amount of grief. I remember, like, my mum would be Sorry, Mum. But no, it was Ren and Stimpy, and she would, quite rightly, I think, walk in as I'm watching it and go like, just turn it off, right?
Nothing wrong with that program. I didn't ever mimic using cheese grater on my arm and then
squeezing lemon juice on the ground. No, I think I quote Ren and Stimpy more than almost anything. Maybe South Park. I don't know. It's part of my lexicon. It's part of my life.
I've got the Ren and Stimpy
Geese
DVD.
and Stimpy. My ice cream bar gets mentioned at least once a week.
Don't whiz on the electric fence.
Yeah, don't whiz on the electric fence.
I wish that was an actual game. You could learn a fucking lesson.
Yeah.
Oh, my dick!
Yeah. You know someone's made it. Oh, I'm going on TikTok when we're finished. Someone's definitely done that. And there's a video, all right, and it's... no, do you remember there was that stupid... You know, like TikTok, all those stupid kids and they did challenges every couple of...
I can't.
No, but they did... Obviously, they did Tide Pod and they all died. And then they did, like... They'd, like, do that one where they... You seen the one where they try and chug, like, a bottle of fizzy drink without... in one go?
Oh, I only see the Australian one when it just goes, oh, my pity hurts. Then the one next to it goes, Jesus fucking Christ.
No, there's this one where there's this kid. I was laughing thinking about it, right? Hang on, I'll turn the volume because it's really loud, but it makes me cry so much.
I'm sorry if I've just insulted your ears with my noises over the microphones. I forget noise sensitivity.
Hang on, I'm going to find it because this. All right, I'm going to just. I'm going to turn it up and just play it for you. This you must have heard it, right? So go back to the beginning. Okay.
Can you chug a sparkling water and not burp?
He looks like Andy Dufresne.
It makes me cry every time. I watch this when I feel bad. When I feel down, I just watch this.
Oh my gosh. What do I do?
Oh, yeah.
Because he fucking burps, and I'm pretty sure he farts, and he runs into a garage door, and he's like in clear pain, and it just ticks so many boxes for me, right? There's this slapstick element. There's the fact that there's like a stupid kid doing a stupid thing. Not since I saw a video years ago. There was like, you know where they used to have like the walls and gardens used to be like those concrete slabs. They'd be like they'd have like little posts.
The gravel boards.
Yeah. And I remember some kid kicked it out, and his leg goes through, and it just lands on his leg, and it clearly cuts his leg in half.
Good.
And it's so brutal because it's like but then you're like, it's so justified because it's like you did a stupid fucking thing, and immediate karma, right? It's like, yeah, Dum gets Dum thing happened to him, and it was just, I just that in my mind ticks a box, and then on top of that, it's the slapstick and the noise and the look of panic in his face immediately after doing a thing. It's not since, remember the cinnamon challenge?
Oh, don't. I've done that.
Yeah, of course we've done that. You're you and I'm me. Of course we did that. There's footage of me and this guy Sam at my work doing it years ago, and just go just like dribbling cinnamon juice out of our faces all over the floor, and trying to literally fighting over a bottle of water because we're like, give me them, because it's just, and you're like crying, and it's like, but like that, it's just. I wonder what will happen. Is it the thing that everyone else happens to them when they watch it? But there's this arrogance where like, what happened to me? I can chug fizzy drinks like nothing, and they just knock it back, and it's just moron watch. I love that.
I've still not done that fizzy drink challenge yet.
Why did you say that, James?
Next week's podcast.
You have activated me now. I'll get one of our birds to film it, and we will definitely do that.
I'm up. Right, I'm up one. I'm not going to be standing near any low-hanging garage doors. I'm not going to go. Oh!
I will arrange a garage door. I will fucking arrange it.
Yeah. Although you say that, right? When I worked at McDonald's, long time ago.
Many moons ago, you shouldn't say the brand, the company. You should say when I worked for a popular fast food restaurant.
Scrap that last bit. Burger King and Wendy's and other places are also acceptable. But I used to work years ago for a fast food chain, which it does clown burgers.
Was it reputable?
I don't know. It's clown burgers.
Clown burgers.
Yeah, and sometimes after we closed the doors and we tidied up and stuff, we used to dick around a bit, and there were some challenges. And one of the challenges was to can you take down 3 supersized cokes just in a row? And as quick as you can.
3?
3
They
supersized
were
cokes.
massive. They didn't make those anymore, do they?
No.
Because they were too big.
Yep. Guess what? I done it. Yeah. Do you know what? I done it, and I was hovering over the toilet with projectile. But it was burp, spew, but it was a noisy mess. I'm not even going to do like the noises over the microphone because that just. But yeah, so I've technically done the Sprite challenge. Oh, have one little bowl. I had 3 motherfucking supersized cokes from
it's harder to think about. I think it's very hard for me to not look down on the kids of today with the disdain that they deserve. It's difficult because they deserve it.
Yeah.
And they're the weakest, weak, self-obsessed, weak pile of bitches ever. And I feel like an old man saying that because that's exactly the same as the older people said about me. And
we've earned the right to do this. So
I think it may have been true then,
yeah.
but it's certainly true now. But oh man, there's a fizzy drink. Oh, because you see the videos where they flip a bottle and it lands on it's that sort of shit. It's like they're so impressed, and like none of them can do jack. Oh no, I'm not going to get into it. I'm such an old man, but yeah, the fizzy drink challenge. I love watching them do it, but then I'll do it. I'll totally do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it. I'll do all of them. Yeah, we'll do it together. We're shaking it now. All right, contract.
You saw that. You obviously didn't, but I'm just saying.
Auditorily, you heard saw.
I reckon.
You saw heard.
You could hear the hands join together.
I'm gonna a bit close to the mic. That's skin on skin. That's a shake. That's what the sounds like to shake.
AMSMR to the max.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh dear. Right. So from Dan's big one to my big one.
Go on. Learn them, me them, fact them.
Hey Dan.
Yes, James.
Do you ever feel, less than fresh down there?
Oh, I see. Well, you don't need to worry about that anymore. Just one application, your penis will be fresher than ever. I just use Helm Fresh.
Helm Fresh?
No cap. You'll be fresher than a lettuce leaf covered in daisies after only a couple of squirts, and the burning passes bare fast.
No cap?
No cap, my good man. Your piece will be bussin'.
Sweet. Can you show me how to use it?
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Helm Fresh. It cleanest your penis.
Right, what I'm going to try and do, because I'm really crap at this, I'm going to just try and read it through and I'll take questions at the end.
I will refrain from saying things.
Cool. A number of explanations have been suggested to account for sightings of the creature. According to Ronald Binns, fucking name, a former member of the Loch Ness Phenomenon Investigation Bureau. That's an actual thing, apparently.
Cunt squad.
Cunt squad. There is probably...
I hope they have badges. Please have badges.
That's
just be like, loser! Fucking...
Oh, dear.
Sorry.
Sorry,
I'm sure it's a very revered company. Yeah.
The Loch Ness Phenomenon Investigation Bureau, the NPIB.
Oh my god, they got an acronym. What a fucking bunch of winners. Oh, wow.
NPIB.
The NPIB. I work for NPIB, actually. Like Men in Black, but
So they got that little, I saw Nessie. Then they go, no you didn't. Oh shit.
Oh.
From the PIB, there is possibly no single explanation for the monster. Binns wrote 2 specialist books. Fucking hell. The 1983 The Loch Ness Mystery Solved and his 2017 Loch Ness Mystery Reloaded, like Matrix and Matrix Reloaded, but with Nessie books. There. In these, he contends that an aspect of human physiologically, I can't say words at the moment.
Physiologically,
there you go. Is the ability. It looks right. Is the ability of the eye to see what it wants and expects to see. They may be categorised as misidentifications of known animals, misidentifications of inanimate objects or effects, reinterpretations of Scottish folklore, hoaxes, and exotic species of large animals. Binns does not call the sightings a hoax, but a myth of the true sense of the term, and states that the monster is a sociological phenomenon. After 1983, the search for Nessie continues to enthrall a small number of whom eyewitnesses' evidence outweighs all other considerations. Right, so first of all, bravo me, fucking round of applause. I'm going to say that because I read some big bloody words there and I only failed on one of them, right? And people that know me know, geez, I'm special, but I've done it. But, thank you, that's class.
I felt like I should keep going for a bit. But yeah.
That's cool. And so basically, it's basically saying that he wrote some books, basically saying Loch Ness ain't real, but the eye sees what it wants to see. So you go, I'm walking along. There's a Loch Ness. Oh, there's a floating boot in the river. No, it's not. That's Nessie. That's her head popping up to find a wee kebab that it dropped because it's fed up of eating all the fish and stuff like that. So basically, Nessie is not a hoax. It's just people thinking, oh, that's Nessie. It's not. It's just like a Burger King wrapper or a marmot. I'm gonna say marmot.
It's a marmot, probably. It's probably just a fucking marmot. It's probably what it was.
That's it. You know how popular marmots are in Scotland.
They are everywhere.
Or it's a capybara. A capybara.
I'd love if there was just some giant capybara. Just jump out of the water like.
Yeah.
Just dive back down. They're like, the fuck did I just see? They're like, probably Nessie. Was it a capybara? It's just Nessie. He's just fucking around. Just fucking Nessie. He likes to fuck around with the natives. He just likes to shut around. He's just fucking Nessie. He's just a crazy little fucking.
And I've seen videos of capybaras, right? There's most probably a capybara just standing on the back of Nessie, just floating around. I've seen them on crocodiles, mate. These capybaras, they got balls, honestly. The size of their teeth.
I met a skink this week.
Skink?
I took the girl to nursery and I got there and there's literally like these plastic tubs like the ones we have at work with all the boxes and shit. So there's these clear plastic tubs and they're just full of animals. And I was like, there's a snake in that and that one's full of spiders. What is this?
Fuck me for a laugh.
What just in the car park? There's just like a stack of boxes.
What?
And then in the back of the car there's literally like just bales of hay. I'm like, who is this? Whose car is this? Who is this? And the guy comes out and he's the happiest guy ever. And he's literally taking all his animals in one at a time. And I go into the nursery and there's all the staff are there and they're all holding these tiny hedgehogs, going, "Oh my god, look at these little!" And I'm like, "I'll stroke a hedgehog. That's very nice."
Prick.
You are isn't he doing well? He's on good form today. Mate, that Schwarzenegger shit last week was dire, alright? So I'm just like,
No, that wasn't me. If he decided to come in
I know. It's okay. But anyway, so I walked back out and I spoke to the guy and I said, dude, you're an animal man. You got some, quality produce. What's going on? What's in these boxes? And he's like, oh, this is a skink. And he just opens it, grabs a skink, it's a blue-tongued skink, and he puts it on me.
Jesus Christ.
And it's like 2 foot long, this giant blue-tongued skink. Mate, I love that dude. Alright?
What do you call it?
I would have called him. I actually thought of a Bertram.
Bertram.
I would have called him Bertram the Blue-tongued Skink. And I'm like,
skink name.
and I spent the rest of the day just researching skinks, blue-tongued skinks, right? And I'm like, I'm fully on the skink bus. I'm in Skinktown. I am John Skinkford and the Skinkford Five. I'm there, man. I really am, right? This guy, he's just on me, and he's nuzzling in my the crock of my arm, just like oh, I'm gonna just dive in there like a guinea pig would or something, like a hamster. Just like have a little cuddle. I'm stroking him. I'm like, he's a nice guy, and he's just oh yeah, no, he's a nice guy, and he goes, here you go, and he strokes his, and he goes to stroke him, and the skink just like lifts his head up, and he goes. He's like, and the skink, I swear to God, was smiling. He's going, oh, that's the shit, son.
I do that to my cat.
Yeah, and he's really, honestly, and I looked at him, they live like 20 years, right? And they're omnivores, so you can give them like grubs and shit, but they also eat like bananas and fruit and stuff, and they like chicken. And one guy, I give him occasionally insects, but I give him calcium powder, but quite often I just give him dog food and like vegetables and fruit and stuff. Just give them all that. And they're quite active, and they're pretty chill, and you can get them out and give them a cuddle. And they're super. They come to humans in the wild, even they just come over to humans. And their big defence is that they basically, because they kind of look a bit like snakes, but they're lizards, so they just go, and their big defence is they just tuck their arms in to make them look like snakes. They just go like that. So they're not poisonous and venomous. The tongue is blue to make everyone go like, oh, because blue things in nature make you go, oh, fuck. But they're not actually poisonous. They're like, this is super chill. I'm like, I'm pretty sure one day I will be a blue-tongued skink dude. I'm just saying, all right? I can see that on the horizon. I had a very close, I had a good encounter with a blue-tongued skink. He was my boy. One day it'd be me and Bertram taking over the world, and I just can see it happening. I'm just saying. Is it
a blue-tongued skink though? Because it found like an old lock-up somewhere. Maybe it's got on Storage Hunters or something, and he got like a massive truckload of blue panda pops. And I'm like, oh, fuck your tongue up, blue.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't see his tongue, I'll be honest, but I was told to blue-tongued skink, and he was a nice guy.
That's good.
Very nice guy. I had a very good experience. I always like lizards. Nearly had an iguana at one point.
Oh, iguana.
I went to pick up something from some dude, and he says, "You don't want an iguana, do you?" And I was like, "The fuck?" And he showed me his iguana, and I was like,
"Not a euphemism."
No. It's like, I mean, he did show me his cock, but that was by the by. But no, standard. It was Chatham, fuck. But no, no. He said he had to rehome him. Did I want an iguana? Because he seemed like a nice guy, which I thought was a nice thing to say. But I was like, and I went over, and this giant, fucking huge thing, right? And I was like, he's cool. I like him. And then I was like, he needs all the insects and shit, because they need like all loads of insects and bugs and, and I'm like, I don't really want cockroaches and, grasshoppers and shit all over my house.
Like that.
Yeah, I'm just that kind of, yeah. And I felt like it wasn't the thing to just bring home. I'm not that guy, so I just said, I can't really, man. But thank you. He's cool. I know you'll find a home for him. I wasn't concerned about that. But I can see getting lizardy, which is weird because I don't want any more pets. I'm fucking sick of pets. I'm always cleaning up piss and shit around. I'm sick of it. Hate them. Anyway, we've gone down a tangent again, haven't we?
So that's my last one. Do you want to do?
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna make a rustle sound.
Oh, hey, Russell.
So this will help with the discourse with it.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have a Sour Patch Kid. Oh, fuck that sour. Oh my.
Why are these even sweets?
Okay. Oh, good lord.
Lordy.
Oh, that is really sour. Okay. Whose fact was that last?
That's mine.
That was yours.
That was my big one.
It was good. It was very big. Girthy, thick, long, with a healthy shine. Moist but not wet. Very good.
If you just heard that click there, we've got this handshake thing which goes on. It's been spanning for years. That was the shortened version of it. But,
it leads to
grabbing legs and jumping and hopping and
lots of stuff
and
going on.
blocking and yeah.
Oh, can I actually say? James he's brought his mic today. All right. So the high fidelity, rich, buttery goodness you're feeling in your ears right now is because we're running off a dual mic system, and it's I'm just really enjoying it, and I just appreciate you bringing it, man. He's got a pop guard.
So it looks proper fancy, and it's a tone sponsored by it.
Test the pop guard. Do some pops. Spit some bars. Go on.
Spit some bars. Boom. Here, my name is James. I'm here to say I got my pop guard on my microphone now. Oh, I'm gonna do some words for you. I got my podcast. Oh, we're Danny. Who knew? Meow, 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 meow.
My next fact. All right. So in Switzerland, Easter eggs are delivered by the Easter cuckoo. Cuckoo. Certain parts of Germany, they are delivered by the Easter fox, the Easter chick, which makes actually more sense than most, the Easter rooster, and weirdly, an Easter stork.
Okay.
But then you think Easter storks deliver babies, right? But I'm saying that the idea of like eggs being delivered by different animals that lay the eggs, which is the weirdest part of this, right? is this weird folklore. But I just thought that Germany has loads of them. Obviously, that is the origin of the Osterhare, the Osterhorse, sorry, which is a hare which lays eggs, which is fucking mental. It's part horse.
The equine rabbit.
Mm.
Cool.
Anyway, that was all. It was a little factet.
Factlets. So I'm gonna go. So, we're here in the UK. I'm gonna take you on some travels. First stop is America. In American folklore, Chessie is a sea monster said to live in the midst of the Chepaskey Bay. That's such an American. Chepaskey, eh? Claims of sightings appear in local media and regionally themed books from 1936 onwards. Over time, the figure developed into an environmental icon associated with the ecological health of the Chepaskey Bay and continues to play a role in modern popular culture. So, apparently the Americans, right, they're trying to still... Oh, Chepaskey, there's a big bit of water there. Let's have our own sea monster. They don't talk like that. So, wow, those Scottish people, right? They've got their thingy. Let's have our own. That's not even an accent. I'm just talking for it. I don't know.
You sound a little bit Irish there.
Oh, yeah, but Irish. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Go on.
I could get my special guest to come
No,
in.
all right. So my next fact. I've been hang on a sec. I've been given authorization to do this.
Ah!
Okay. Okay.
Why? I had no special guest. I lied.
There we go. That's better. So my next fact. Oh God, I'm sorry I had to do that. I was told to do that. Talk to your wife.
Oh wow! So it's that bitch. She's not a bitch. She's lovely.
She puts up with a lot.
Honestly,
Go on.
I can't. I think, right. I'm an idyllic modern. If anything, I'm a role model for most people. That's what I think, right? Nah, I'm a dick. Yeah, my wife puts up with a lot. She's lovely, and yeah, I deserve that. That's
only be you. I'm just keep singing while you go.
Go you go.
You're the wonder of my life.
And she then tells me
Hello,
that I'm a dickhead.
is it me you're looking for?
Oh, stop doing those voices. Oh, stop tapping.
I'm
Stop
sorry,
making
I'm
those
such a
noises.
bell.
But I deserve it. Because
I'll try to be so much more,
I'm not the greatest.
but I'm a prick.
But I love you, wife.
Gay. Okay,
It's not gay. It's not gay.
it's pretty gay. All right, moving on. Okay, sorry. The practice of giving eggs originates with Lent, as eggs were forbidden during the Lent festival. And eggs were hot shit back then, right? So you go with their eggs, you're like, oh, I'm really jonesing for these eggs, right? So they were considered a treat at the end and decorated and gifted to each other at the end of the celebration and completion. Late 19th century, Russia high society would gift these eggs decorated with jewels and other bullshit. And they would wrap them in gold and all that shit. And they commissioned Peter Carl Fabergé
That's the
to
word.
craft them, and that led to Fabergé eggs.
Fabergé eggs.
It was all from this original practice of giving each other coloured eggs. And again, this was all across the world. They would have different eggs. I remember. You remember blowing eggs?
Say that again.
You'd blowing egg where you pop a hole on one side, pop a hole on the other side, and you blow the gunk out the hole.
I kind
You'd hollow the egg out, and then you'd paint it and fuck around with it, right? And it used to be a thing, and it's just not a thing anymore. Can I say as well, right? This is weird. So that shit I said about, Jesus being the resurrection was overlaid on top of. I learnt that as an adult man, and I was like, and I learnt it through my own. I watched shit and I read stuff, and I was quite a reader of. I'm not quite a reader, but I read some stuff, right? So I read some books, and I found the whole thing interesting. Anyway, my son, 11-year-old, come home from school, and he says, so they just tacked on, the Easter story, the Jesus coming back to, they just put that on top of the old pagan history. They just put it on top of it, didn't they? It was just like laid on top. I'm like, who told you that? He said, I'll teach you. Just learned it in school. It's just by the by. I was like, you what? Really? And I'm like, yeah. Because I said, well, that is true. I knew it was true, but I was a bit surprised they just mentioned it in school. I'm like, I bet they're going to get some shit. And I mentioned it. I was talking at work. And I was talking to my colleague Mark, and I said, oh mate, I bet they're going to get some shit. They can't just say that. And he goes like, who's going to complain? Like all the other parents of your age, no one goes to church anymore. No one gives a shit. And anyone who does give a shit, they're like anyone who is emphatically into any religion isn't going to be Christianity, is it, right? And so they know half the stuff that's being taught is counter to their beliefs anyway, and they're cool with it because they're like, yeah, it is what it is, moving on. They come home and they go, we taught this today, and they go, yeah, that's bullshit, moving on. So they brush it off. So no one would give a shit. I was like, that's really interesting because I knew in school. You learned them, but you knew about. You were told. It was reiterated to me that the true meaning of Easter was this egg bullshit. That was all nothing to do with anything. That was just bullshit. The eggs and chocolate eggs and all that. That's no. That's not. But actually, all that stuff predates all the later stuff, and it's like the cart before the horse. But I just thought it was interesting that like they're just teaching the reality of it to kids in school these days. I think that's going to live to probably some more. It don't hurt Christianity very well. It doesn't help them very much. I think that probably because that's one of their main two miracles. You've got the old the two big miracles. You got the born of a virgin for the Christmas.
Yeah.
Jesus was born and Mary hadn't done it. And that was the first one. It's like, and then
I didn't sleep with that person. Oh, yeah.
That was interesting because there's a bit in the. This is one of the things they said that. I'm pretty sure Richard Herring did a bit on it where there's a bit in the basically there's the four main gospels that cover Jesus. I've read all this. I've watched a bunch of videos about it. So, but there's four gospels that cover the story of Jesus, right? And they say, and because they have to marry up the New Testament with the Old Testament, so they have to basically make it fit. And in the Old Testament, there's all these predictions about this Jesus guy. He's going to be the Son of God and all this, right? So they have to marry it up. So they go, okay, here we go, right? So Jesus has to be a descendant of David of royal David city. They have to be okay. So they say, okay, well David beget Biscuit and Biscuit begat, and they have this big list of names of who begat who was whose son, and they follow the lineage right through to Joseph, who was Jesus' dad, right?
Yep.
And then in the different gospels they have a different lineage of names. They don't match up, which is fucked anyway, right? But then of course none of that matters because Joseph wasn't Jesus' dad. That was all. She was a virgin.
Mm-hmm.
She was a virgin. Yeah. He hadn't had her. I mean, presumably he did afterwards, but that wasn't covered. That's their own personal business, right? Sorry, there was a velociraptor in the room there.
Sorry.
But no, I just thought it was interesting. It's interesting because it's like I was taught things fairly rigidly when I was younger, and I went to school and I went to Sunday school and all this stuff, and it's laid out, and I learned the counter to it later on. But they're just teaching them to them in schools. And and again, my son, he just says like, so right, they put Jesus in a cave, right? I said, yeah. And they put a boulder in front of the door. I'm like, yeah. He was like, who puts a boulder in front of a cave? Why is he in a cave? And why'd they go back after 3 days to check on him? He was dead. Why? And I was like, yeah. Why was there a boulder in front of the door? And then I was only reading this. I was like, oh yeah, that's the Mithra story. Because presumably, not every Jew that died in the Middle East in 2,000 years ago, they had their own personal cave with a boulder for a door. They had doors. I mean, they were they were living in they were living in the desert. They were not very advanced. They were basically cavemen, right? But they were not. They had fucking doors, right? I know that much. Wasn't he a fucking carpenter? They had doors, right?
Why would he not make it?
But they were like, we're going to put a boulder in front of the door. because it just makes the boulder splitting in two, which is put in the Bible. It makes that far more dramatic. So I just thought that's kind of fun. But the fact that a fucking 11-year-old comes home and goes like, "Why is there a fucking boulder?" That doesn't make any sense. I'm like, wow. I thought it was pretty on the ball that he was like just calling bullshit. He was cracking up. Thought the whole thing was hilarious. I was like, I don't know. I imagine some, militant Christian parent's going to be upset with that, but maybe not. Maybe no one gives a shit anymore. I don't know.
He's got his own personal boulder. I think some of them, right, the dark colour ones.
That was, I don't know what colour it was so sour. Oh my lord. You know me, Badri. Anyway, sorry, was that my fact? Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Because eggs are forbidden during Lent. Yeah, there we go. All right, so... Anyway, go on, sorry.
So, this is time for, again, I've gone from America. Now we're going to get on the plane. And we're going to go to Sweden. And I would just like to apologise.
Don't.
No, I'll say I'm a Scandist. There's Scandinavia, Sweden, Norway, there's all those sorts of areas.
Finland.
Finland, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm bad because we've got a Norwegian friend, right? And I was like, oh, the Swedish chef. Oh, I'm going to tell my Norwegian friend and take the mickey and stuff. But they're not. Sweden, Norway, they're different places. So I go, oh, I'll associate him with the Swedish chef. No, bad Christmas spirit, James. He's not Swedish. Leave it. So I do apologise.
Dude, there's a made-up line between those two countries. Come on, be honest, right? They're all 6 foot plus, gorgeous blonde. That man you're talking about has the best hair of anyone I've ever seen.
Don't. Last music video was doing. I'm like, I would. I'm just saying. He's
Well, he's probably listening to this, but he's a gorgeous man, Peach, and he knows he is. So I'm not. You go to town on that fucker. That's all we got.
He worked hard. Yeah.
Swedish chef is all we have on that fucker. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've got a Swedish correspondent as well to talk about the Swedish Nessie. And I can't pronounce his bloody name, but here we go. Oh! I've not put the volume on. Who did this?
Sorry. Okay.
So,
birdie, birdie, birdie.
birdie, or the chicken. Right. Anyway, have a chat with Olga. I'm sure that's what her name is. It's not, but Olga. Here she is. Oh, I've skipped to that.
Östersund is a small but cute city with deliciously thick soft-serve ice cream and a cozy pastel-colored city center. But the city's main claim to fame is the lake monster that is said to be lurking in the waters behind me. This monster is a snake-like creature with a canine head, humps on its back, and either ears or flippers located on the neck. This monster has been sighted several times throughout the ages, including once in the late 1800s when it was spotted not in its normal watery home, but rather poking around one of the local potato fields looking for food.
So a dog.
Dog's head.
It's got a dog head.
Tits in his back.
Tits in its back. Flippers on its neck or ears. Right? I think it'd be fucking ears. It normally eats fish, but fuck it, it's gone to a potato field, so it's obviously part Irish. Again, sorry Ireland, but come on.
No. Yeah, I think you can still be racist against the Irish. It's fine.
Yeah, they don't want. And I'm part Irish as well. So don't make. That's it. I couldn't say, oh, you're being horrible to yourself. No, but yeah, I couldn't say ostriches and stuff like that. But interesting fact. So they got Nessie in Sweden as well, but that's why I did the ears up there, because I didn't get the parts right from fucking IKEA. So, they read the instructions wrong. Again, sorry.
So sorry.
I think they're lovely.
Yeah. And to be fair, you don't often. There's very little. They normally include all the screws. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
James.
And a little Allen key. Sorry. So I'm taking off the table. And a little Allen key. I've got so many of the fucking Allen keys. Honestly. Well, she loves IKEA. Honestly, if we're building anything from
IKEA, going through an IKEA shop, right? Every time I go to one IKEA shop, because I try and pace myself, It's always 50% bigger than I remember it being every single time. And it's not like they make it bigger. It's just it does this thing where my brain shrinks it by 50%, so that I'm like, how are we not downstairs yet? How are we still upstairs? I've walked like 15 football fields, and you just at those places, man. They and the price. Oh man, no, IKEA is doom.
Apparently, I've not got the right to every time we walk past the toilet on display to sit on it and pretend, oh, I'm dropping a deuce. Oh,
dude, it's the only joy you have.
I think that's it.
Last time, the kids' player with all the sort of little toy houses.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I went in there and I hid.
Yeah.
I was like, there you go. I was like, I'm in there, and they're like, Dan, come out. I'm like, I'm not in here. That's all I had. Nuh-uh. I'm not even here. And there's a bit where you go to the glassware, and I'm like, I'm looking at whiskey glasses, whiskey, wine, and wisdom, and I that was my one solace. Is like,
we got to do that.
Stereo, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to pan that. That's going to be rich. I hope you were sitting down for that, right? Put a towel down for that shit.
Oh, Pampers need Pampers.
Jesus Christ. Okay, next fact.
Sorry.
Ruined it. It was nice, and you made it nasty. On Good Friday, which sees the start of the Easter weekend, it is illegal to dance in public in the majority of states in Germany. They don't fuck around. Even Europe's clubbing capital, Berlin, becomes a dance-free zone out of respect for the religious day. In Baden-Württemberg, music is allowed to be played, but dancing is not allowed. Whilst in Bavaria, if you were caught playing music of any kind in a bar on Easter, you could be fined with €10,000. Germany, take that shit seriously.
So, oh dear, you can't have a Rammstein Easter mosh pit.
No, you can play Rammstein, but you dance to it and you'll get fucked.
Dude, I don't. But they seem like such serious, such.
They're such chill people overall. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's really strange. Anyway, I'm keeping my facts short and sweet. I'm not gonna drag them out.
I've got 3 facts. I can do 2 facts in one, and then one.
What have we got? No, I see how we got left. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 left.
You got 4 left, right? I'm just doing one all individually. So this is a small fact. What's actually been found down there? Referring to Loch Ness.
Deep.
During a 2009 Nessie search, 100,000 submerged golf balls were discovered.
Whole fact, complete.
That's a small fact.
That's a lot of golf balls.
That's a lot, but then the whole sort of racial
is it
stereotype.
next to a golf course?
I don't even know.
There's a lot of golf courses in Scotland.
Yeah.
Doesn't Trump have like a couple of golf courses up there?
Yes, he does. Yeah. Well, there's all the things in the news as well. So, Trump's he's in Scotland. He's playing his golf, and he's not. I don't know. Yeah. He's got.
I know he's got golf courses up there because that's where he got pissed off about the bloody because we've got loads of the windmills over here. They don't have them so much over in the States, but we had loads of windmills and they were near his golf course, and that's why he got the arsehole about it, and that's why he keeps talking about windmills all the time. Because of his Scotland, and I just thought anyway. Seeking quite naturally on through Trump to America.
Ooh.
American Easter. Jelly beans. Jelly beans are almost as associated with Easter in America as chocolate, and over 16 million are consumed over the Easter holiday, which is a lot. After in the 1930s, I believe, there was a pharmacist or something who basically said these look like eggs, and he started marketing them as Easter jelly beans, and that just spread. They also used to heavily consume pretzels, which were associated through German immigrants, as apparently the crossed shape looks like praying arms. That was one of the reasons. Okay. So they pretzeled hard over Easter. That was reckoned as an Easter food. But weirdly, they don't take Easter as seriously as we do in Europe. Only 12 out of over 50 states treat it as an actual holiday. They have an actual holiday that day. Like the majority of states in America go to work. It's a normal day to them.
I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it's kind of, as all holidays we have, it's kind of a bit bullshit, you know.
I just see.
But then,
it's-
I mean, like, you know, like most people they're not really down with Christmas. They just I'm not giving up Christmas, you know. But it's a bit of a weird one. It's like, why do we give a crap? But we do. We really do.
International Chocolate Egg Day.
Yeah.
That's how it. And then extra bank holiday as well. So I fucking love it. I love it. Get that extra day off.
It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah. Unless you work in some sort of retail areas where you don't get that opportunity.
A lot of it is marketing, to be honest. Like Easter has been just marketed to death, and they didn't fall for it quite as bad in America.
No.
Probably because a lot of the things were in place over here many years earlier, and they got that whole industrious thing, especially in the 20th century, where they were just like, you know, workers' rights were sort of chucked out the door.
Workers' rights.
Yeah, so they pushed. They just like, we're just going to work on through. Anyway, please give us more of your rich, gooey facts.
So I'll be curious. Let's say Loch Ness Monster Insurance. During a visit to Scotland Adventure Triathlon, competitors were insured for $1 million in case they were somehow bitten or attacked by Loch Ness Monster. It was an unusual risk to take, and most insurance companies were unwilling to provide it. I think that's pretty sad. But the competitors were swimming in Unkworth Bay, which is a place where several Nessie sightings were taking place. Who knows what might attract an ancient prehistoric monster? If a bunch of tasty humans are swimming laps in the bay, it could just be the thing to lure Nessie out of the deep blue.
I feel like that's a win-win for the insurance company because I mean, like,
Oh god, yeah, they're
but
going to get their money. Nothing's
what I'm
gonna
saying, they
fucking
get their
happen.
money, right? But say a monster does come out, like there's a monster in the bay and it bites someone, right? Kills them.
If a monster
They're
comes
like,
out.
that wasn't Loch Ness Monster. That was a, you know, I don't know, sea cucumber or whatever. So like, it'll be something. They'll find out what it is. As soon as they find out what it is, it's not Loch Ness Monster anymore. It has a proper Latin name. It's been diagnosed. It's been well, not diagnosed, but it's been like, you know, ratified. It's a fact. It's a thing.
Enunciated. That's my word. You can have that.
There you go. Thank you, mate. Thank you for adding that. That was really helpful. So they'll do that, and then there'll be a proper thing, and then they'll be like, well, it was not this monster. It was, you know, John Fish.
John Fishington.
John, are you doing that?
Yeah.
Are you knocking sour patch babies into your whiskey?
I did.
You're a fucking animal.
See what happens.
I respect it. On some level, I respect it.
Sympathy.
Back in the mid 1800s in New York, people believed that buying new clothes to wear on Easter would bring them good luck. It's a very, 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 very what's the word? I've lost the word. My brain fell off.
Nuance.
No, thank you. When you believe in lots of bullshit, you believe in astrology and bullshit. Superstitious, very superstitious time. Sorry, brain fell off. Very old. But yeah, so it was a very superstitious time. So, but they believed wearing new clothes on Easter would bring you good luck. The rest of the year, it's largely accepted that this was the marketing technique, but it holds true to this day, and it's common for people to spend more money on clothes in the spring season. The idea of fashion seasons was coined in that time, and it was all associated with there being good luck in the new clothes. So you would buy new clothes in your spring, get rid of your old wardrobe, and you would buy new clothes. So there's still this time of year where people buy the most clothes. It's still this giant peak. And it all stems back to the early 1800s where this was what was done for superstitious reasons, purely because, it's good luck to wear new clothes. Because the clothes will be inherently lucky and I'll have a good time.
I buy pants once a year. Boxer shorts. I don't wear pants, by the way.
Thank you for adding that detail. Did you go for the, the lovely little A-frame ones with the hole?
Right, so this one time, right?
Oh my God. Okay,
So, I'm exclusive
Shouldn't have
boxer
asked.
shorts. I wear boxer shorts, right?
Sorry, listeners. Go
There's
on,
this one time,
please.
I was young.
I'm joining you. Just flopping them in there.
I think it's win-win, isn't it? I was buying some stuff. I was young at the time. Didn't really buy myself much. And I saw this thing, briefs. I'm going to get them. And, mate, they were budgie smugglers. I can hate them.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, so, yeah. Yeah, so no. Exclusive box shorts. Don't know why. I like more stuff on my legs. Fact. Yeah.
Can you give me an actual fact?
Yeah, what, Nessie fact?
Ideally, yeah, that'd be great.
Right, this is my last one.
What pants does Nessie wear?
Nessie wears knickers because she's a girl.
That's a good save, man.
Yeah.
And a brassiere.
Although that Nessie video I played earlier, right? Oh, there's a Nessie in a blonde wing. You would. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Yeah.
Tits on her back.
That reminds me of Bottom. Yeah. Oh, Rick Mel, you fucking ledge.
Yeah.
No, really, mate. How many people claim... So, last fact for James. Last fact.
Vital fact.
Many people claim to have seen the creature on Google Earth. Oh. Do you know how most people spot Nessie these days? They spend hours poring over Google Earth for potential satellite imagery of the creature. You can find countless stills and screenshots all over the internet and potential Nessie sightings. It's a good way to keep the lookout for the mythical monster without having to leave the comfort of your own home. We can't all take off to Scotland at a moment's notice, but if you want to remain part of the fun, consider checking out Google Earth sometime. You never know what you might find.
You never know.
So, all our listeners, right, or whatever, millions of, 10 of you, I'm going to be optimistic about, right, all our listeners, you lovely bunch of lunchbox.
We're in the hundreds.
Are we?
Yeah.
Damn! Right, go on Google Earth, find your best picture of Nessie, and if you find it, give us the coordinates.
1 second.
Damn, that's good.
But that last one, this is last week's is the only one off the top played one.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's 33 people who listened to last week's.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice people.
And can I just say as well, right?
Go on.
This is kind of I shouldn't share this. This is like, but so right, you get the audience breakdown of who listens to this where. So obviously, most of our majority of people are people who know us and are curious what the fuck we're up to. So they're locals, right? But then we've got a few percent in the States.
Yeah, man.
We've got some American, I don't know whereabouts, because it doesn't say. We've got people
I've got relatives in the States.
Well, they're listening. We've got people in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur.
I've no relations in.
I don't know. But, there's people in France who you reckon are your lot.
Maybe.
We've also got people in Tel Aviv.
Wow, I've seen adverts for Tel Aviv. That
Yeah.
Turkey?
Israel.
Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. Honestly, me and geography don't mix. I don't even know how the fuck I got here.
Have it all in Israel. Yeah, no, there's this. I think there's some stuff going on right now. It's best not thinking about it though.
No.
That's, so next fact.
Facts.
The world's largest chocolate Easter egg was made in Italy in April 2011. It measured 34 feet and 1.05 inches in length.
Wow.
And weighed approximately 15,873 pounds.
Delicious.
No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What a stupid waste of resources, right? they just were like, because like, what the fuck are they going to do with that?
No one person's going to go, oh, I'm going to tuck it into my egg. The one that's got to get broken down, it's going to be shared. No, that's...
It's probably like a foot thick as well, because it have to be for the weight of it, right? So, I mean, it's probably like a whole town just went at it and just with hammers and just, there's no way getting around it. Majority of that went in the bin.
Yeah.
Or the lake. It's just...
Nessie would have had
Nessie,
that. You put the leftovers in a wee lake.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, that was a little fact here. I've got one tiny little factlet left.
I like you said a fact after that.
Fine, it's my final little fact, and it's the weakest, smallest fact I have so far, right?
Final fact.
Final fact, not a good one either. Chocolate Easter bunnies.
Chocolate bunnies.
A whopping 76% of people say they eat the ears first.
Yes.
That's where they put their mouth first. It just makes sense. Followed by 5% who eat the feet first, sick fucks, and 4% who eat the tail first. That actually, I think, makes up the majority, leaving probably 1% who just go straight for the eyes. Like the sick fuckers they are. I actually remember, this is funny, where we had, when Jackson was very small, he was like 3 or 4, we had chocolate bunny, and he said, "Mummy, would you like some?" And he was very cute, and he's like, "Oh, would you like some, Mum?" She goes, "Oh, thank you, honey." So she took a bite. She broke off a bit and ate it, and it was the bunny's head, like a bit of face. And
That's enough.
he
Yeah.
burst into tears because I'm sorry, Jackson, but he burst into tears because it included the eyes, and the bunny wouldn't be able to see. And Mummy had just eaten the bunny's eyes, so now the bunny was blind, and he was so upset that she just blinded this rabbit. And I don't know what the hell he expected, but he was, as I say, he was very young, and he cried, and she still feels awful now. It's been like so many years, and she still feels so guilty for blinding this chocolate rabbit and making her son cry, and it's never stopped tickling me.
It sounds so harsh. I'm just thinking, right, Steven Spielberg or whoever, directors, if you're listening, mate, idea. Every Easter, bunnies are made into chocolate, and they go to people's houses. One time, Stephen, the chocolate bunny, was at the house. Next thing he knew, he was picked up, and his face was about to be eaten by a monster. Da, da, da.
You think go full horror? The thing is, you could go Toy Story with chocolate, right? Just go Toy Story with it, right? It'd probably work better than Toy Story anyway, because Toy Story's stupid. But
You got a bunny in me.
that's Richard Gere shit. I don't want that.
You got a
Hamster
hamster
in
in
me.
me.
But no. So, but yeah. So I always felt with Toy Story, and I'm going to tangent again. I'm sorry. So Toy Story, right? So the first Toy Story, that's a fun idea. 1994, the advent of like CGI movie. What a novel film in so many ways. Well done. Toy Story 2, I'm like, sure. But they keep going. There's another one coming out this year, or next. I think maybe next year. They announced it.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's a trailer. And they keep banging them out, and I'm like, this doesn't work, guys.
Has Andy not gone through puberty? And
Andy's done. And they fucked Andy off in the last one. He's given them to like. So I think they've been recycled at some play school or something, right? And I'm like, well, that's fine, but at some point, toys go in the bin, guys. You know, this is allegory. This doesn't work because at some point, because toys aren't people, and you know, like in Toy Story 3 when they were about to be incinerated, and there were lots of people who thought there was lots of Holocaust imagery in that, right? And I'm like, this is some tense shit. And I'm like, yeah, but let's be fair. They're old toys that the owner doesn't want anymore, and he threw them away.
I went camping once. That was intense shit.
Okay, all right.
Back to Stan, sorry.
No, you're right. I was going off on one. I shouldn't have expressed feelings or thoughts. That's not why anyone's listening. That's fine. Let's just fucking kill this and just go. Just. So you're done.
I'm done.
You're done.
Yep.
I'm all done. Adieu and good day to you all. Have a lovely, lovely time. We are going to have a little add-on, but this time we're going to do it different. Rich. Would you like to experience the wow factor of other more glamorous cats? Introducing Cat Snoot, the perfect accessory for your feline friend. Designed to enhance your cat's cuteness factor by a factor of many. Cat Snoot attaches easily and comfortably to your cat's face, only using 2 discreet screws and a durable eco-friendly adhesive, giving them an adorable and playful appearance. Say hello to endless and Instagram-worthy moments. For more information, visit www.bastardcatface.com. Cat Snoot!
James's Fortune Cookie Corner. Show me the crunch.
Okay, this week we have a fortune cookie.
German
This
first.
we're doing it different this week, all right? Before I even look at it,
Okay.
we're setting a timer because it has been remarked maybe we go off on a tangent and talk a lot of shit and bring on guest people and we just go down a rabbit hole of just bullshittery. So we're going to set a 5-minute timer starting now.
No.
All right, now it's 5-minute timer started.
Go.
I'm reading the this is the fortune cookie. This is the fortune. Walk it like you talk it. You will break down all barriers.
What?
Just if you just like talk a big game, then live a big life. Just walk like you talk. That makes sense. I've heard that before.
Walk it like you talk it.
Walk it like you talk it. I've not actually heard of that. That's not a bad one. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Schonen reden Vogeltaten, sie können alle Hürden nehmen. Walk it like you talk it, you'll break down all barriers.
Why have we not got German listeners?
I don't know.
We're appealing to them.
I mean, certainly it's definitely something to do with all the Easter bollocks, isn't it? Probably because the bloody I don't know, Easter quail hasn't delivered enough eggs this year. The Easter badger's not laid enough fucking traps. I don't know, whatever the fuck they're up to.
Das Eastern Horsen.
the Uschenflügen.
Uschenflügen. Yeah, so walk it like you talk it. You will break down all barriers. I don't like it. It tries. It's like a Johnny Cash. Walk hard.
Walk it like you talk it. You'll break down all barriers. No, I think walk it like you talk is a good moral. I think it's a good. Don't you think? It's like if you're talking a lot of shit, just make sure you back it up. It's a different way of saying the same thing.
Okay.
Can you make sure you tap the desk as much as possible?
Sorry.
I feel like no, it's okay. You got your micro thing. Mine's not got the vibrational strips and all that shit. So,
all right. I'm sorry if you've heard lots of noise down then, because I'm gonna walk it like I talk it, and I'm going to admit the errors which I've done, and I was rubbing the desk.
It was sensual.
No,
right.
I'm not doing that. But yeah, so I think we'll go to talk it. Yeah, we've got to keep it like that. So back up your BS, whatever you say.
Back up your bullshit. I think that's a good.
Dude, we need to write fortune cookies and just do it like factual, not like that's 2 sentences, 2 lines.
I think that all the ones we've had so far have been complete bullshit. That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Don't you think? I think that's on the ball.
In all honesty, I think that one's good.
Yeah, rich like a sinewy cupcake. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, what does my special guest think about?
We've got 2 minutes left to keep James honest, alright? Do you have anything to add about the walk it like you talk it?
Well, I think if I walk it like I talk it, would I just be walking around going left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, right foot, because it's a double step. Left foot, right foot. Oh, I've switched feet now. I've got a little OCD, honestly.
No, but that's not OCD, mate. That's like full autism. That's like, that's full like, all these winners are delicious. That's not the same thing.
When I used to park a little way from work.
Yes.
I used to park in the car park. I used to walk to work. And I used to count left foot, right foot. I used to count how many steps I was doing to work. And I don't know if it's... I used to have headphones on as well. I used to be listening to... I can't ever say the name. But here's...
Are you embarrassed or...?
No, because I'd be embarrassed by saying the name because I'd be wrong.
Ricky Martin?
No.
Lost Prophets?
Oh, God, no. I'm going to sing it, and you got to tell me who it is. Enrique...
Iglesias?
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
The Bad and the Ugly.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh my.
I've downloaded it anyway.
No, I've got his album on the. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake, Insigne Moroni.
That's it.
Yeah. Morricone. Yeah, Morricone. Yeah.
So I used to have that on my headphones, listening as I walked down High Street because I'm going to my goal.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Something of gold, isn't it?
Yeah. And I used to go left foot, right foot, and I used to make sure, one, I didn't tread on knee cracks. Mate, I've got some brain crap wrong with me. OCD, left foot, right foot. I like it all even numbers. So if I got to scratch...
I'm saying 10 seconds left.
Right, okay. Well, right. Good. Done. Won't let you talk. That's it.
Crushed
Good
it.
facts.
Okay.
But it has been.
And we did that. The fortune cookie is done. Moving on.
Great. Bye-bye. Thank you. Peace out.
Next week, we'll be talking about... I don't know. What will we be talking about?
Why don't we put a poll up?
I'm going to put a poll up. And I'm going to ask you fuckers too. Ooh! Night. Have a lovely evening.
Goodbye.
Okay. You know what time it is? Yeah? Whiskey, wine, wisdom, time, spitting my words in another sick rhyme. It's a complex truth that I need to tell truth to power. This hour make dirt cake with flour. Running through these streets on my feet so people out there can hear my sick beats in their ears. No fears, it's a difficult time, dripping wet tears on my cheeks. Eat meats, falling on my feet. Eating treats, smacking teats.